Recording live from the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio. This is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Northeast Georgia Business Radio. We're coming to you live from the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon, and I have with me yet another amazing guest. I have with me a local realtor who is a little involved with the community, JoAnn Keahey. Hello, JoAnn. How are you?
I'm excellent. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me here today.
It's my pleasure. Did I say the last name right?
You did.
Keahey.
You did.
Okay. I never want to butcher a last name.
I appreciate that.
You got it. You are a local realtor.
I am.
Here in the Northeast area?
Yes.
What areas do you exactly focus on?
Well, I actually live here in Jefferson, Georgia.
Awesome.
And my children, fun fact, went to this school back when it was the high school, before it was the Empower Studio.
Yes.
So I have spent a lot of time in this school myself. My son played football, and they were involved with the
welcome back home.
School. I know.
I'm telling you.
It was odd walking up to the front door, and you met me at the door, and not coming for being in trouble with a. Well, I shouldn't say that they were in trouble, but not coming for a school thing. So it was nice to see that they're repurposing this building and using it for the community.
They've done an amazing job.
Yeah,
it's a little bit different, in a good way.
Yeah, it's good. So I'm sorry I got sidetracked there.
That's all right. No.
So
we're just talking.
We live in Jefferson, Georgia.
Awesome.
My husband and my two boys. So we've been here for over 20 years, and so I serve this community obviously, and I work about a 30-mile radius. I love Athens, Houston, Razzleton. Sometimes I'm being called to Lake Lanier. So I work a lot with referrals. And so if it's a referral from a friend or another agent, I really try to honor that and work in the area. But I do love to stay in Jefferson and Athens.
It's a great place to be.
It is.
I'm a little biased, but
I am too.
That's all right. We've earned the right, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So now tell me, you have strategies to help homeowners, buyers, and sellers, correct? I know you do.
Of course.
I know you do. Tell me a little bit about that, because you're not just someone who lists a property and forgets about it.
No, for sure. So the first thing I do when I work with a client is I find out what they need and how I can help them. And so I work with them to develop a plan that is going to help with their needs. So if we're listing a home, I have checklists and checklists and checklists, because me and my husband personally have bought 3 houses ourselves. The process was stressful, and then I got into the business and I thought, I am going to do whatever I can to make it as stress-free as possible. It's never 100% stress-free,
It's
of
never,
course.
nothing's 100% stress-free.
What I do is I plan what's going to happen next, so we have a strategy in place, and we explain everything. I was taking a picture. I had my readers on.
That's quite all right.
I'm 54 years old, and I have to use my readers to see anything. So
quite all right.
I had to take them off real quick, so that's why I paused.
We have paparazzi in here. We attract them like moths.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
It is a tough job.
Yeah.
So basically, your clients today are benefiting from some of the pitfalls you went through earlier in life that you learned from.
Sometimes I think some of the greatest lessons are what not to do.
Oh, yes.
And then you can help them go forward with, sometimes a lot of wisdom is, wouldn't say failures, but things to avoid and so I try to plan and help so they can help avoid those problems as well.
Gotcha. Well, that's a huge plus, though. Hey, it's okay to make mistakes, right? But don't make the same one over.
If you learn from them.
And over, exactly.
If you learn from them.
Mistakes can be good. Can be good. Now, you do a lot with the community.
I try to. Yes. It's funny, we're talking about the high school and coming back, but one of the things I loved to do when I was here was cook for the football team. And there's over 100.
Where do I sign up for that? Not to cook, to eat.
I do love to cook, and I still try. Last year, I came back and I cooked for them, even though my son's been long gone. He's 22. I try to cook for them every year for at least one meal.
Nice.
And they really appreciate it. They work hard out in the field.
Feed teenage boys.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do, just feed them.
Y'all should take a look on my social media, like what I did last year, I had a video of how much food. It was like 150 sliders, like
Wow.
10 pounds of pasta.
Yeah.
They eat a lot of food. So
now what do you sliders? What do you cook for teenage boys? Pork sliders, beef, hamburgers?
they were ham sliders. They're ham, and they have like a honey mustard butter sauce on the
Nice.
top with
Now I'm getting
cheese.
hungry.
And pasta with, like a penny pasta, and just
Nice.
it could be like tacos or chicken Alfredo casserole, just all kinds of yummy food.
How do you get by with doing that just once a year? I got to think they want you there every week.
Well,
When's
luckily,
Miss JoAnn cooking?
I did when my son was here. I
the boys
cooked for
were here.
every meal,
Right.
And I cooked for the coaches. So for 4 years, I cooked for over 100 kids.
So you got the front parking spot, pretty much.
It's funny. I did. They
Darn right you did.
you bring food. It opens a
carrying
lot
you
of
in.
doors, right?
Hey,
Yeah.
just feed us. We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. No, that's pretty cool. Now I lost my train of thought because we're talking about pork sliders.
Yeah.
Now you did mention social media.
Oh, that's another thing for the community. I love to. One of the things I love to do is go into the different businesses, because to me, I love to support the small businesses, and I'll go in and we'll do a video of interviewing the business owner, or
Nice.
just a quick shot of the inside of the restaurant or whatever type of business it might be. But I love to highlight the people in our community because they work so hard for us. I love to give back a little. I mean, it's not really giving back much, but I like to highlight them on my Instagram or Facebook or
Gotcha.
YouTube.
Give those out real quick.
If y'all remember how to spell my last name,
Right.
but it's at JoAnn, JoAnn, and then my last name is spelled Keahey, Realty, Realty, and it's the same at all three.
You got that across the board.
Yes, and if you go onto my Instagram, there's a link in my bio. What that does is there's free things that you can look at if you want to know the home value. Now, this is only going to be for my local friends. It has to be in Georgia, but if you want to know the estimate of your home, there's a free link in there. Sign up, no pressure, that's a free link. If you want to know how to tips to sell your home, there's all kinds of free links and free things on that link. So I love to give you free things to look at.
Now, yeah, talk more about that website. I looked at it before you came in. It's amazing.
Thank you.
So you've got newsletters. You have a lot of information.
We were talking a little bit about the community too, as far as video. So I have a blog, and it might be focusing on a different community. It might be a neighborhood. It might be tips on how to sell your home.
Right.
Just different topics that I feel are relevant. Some people will send me an email, and the questions that seem to come up again and again are ones that I like to address and help them with. And if you go into my website, if you're looking for a home, there's a pretty good search. I obviously specialize in here in Northeast Georgia, but you could look for most of Georgia. And if you're looking in Athens, they have their own special MLS.
Do they really?
Multiple listing service. And so me personally, I have 3 of them because I don't want my clients to miss anything. So there's the FMLS, which is the greater Atlanta.
Right.
The Georgia MLS is kind of more towards our county, more rural areas. And then Athens, they have their own MLS. So I just feel it's really important that I can serve them in any of those areas where a lot of realtors, they only have one because their company will only pay for that. But I paid for that for myself because I feel it's really important that we don't miss anything.
I got you. Well, how is the market these days? Every time I get a realtor in here, I ask them that, and I'll get a different answer every time.
So it depends. Are you looking to invest? Are you looking to buy? Are you looking to sell? It really depends on what your goals are.
Right now, it's not so much of a seller's market as it was maybe a year or 2 years ago.
Right. And, right now in Jackson County, too, not to use a realtor term, but days on market.
Please do.
But, the days on market are longer now than they were, say, a year ago. A year ago, if you had a property that was listed on the market, it was gone in days.
Right.
Whereas now, if something is on the market for 60 days, that's not unheard of anymore.
They're going
that long. It's getting to normalize. Not all of them, but
gotcha.
It is moving more towards them sitting a little bit, not sitting, but on the market a little bit longer. So we're kind of normalizing a little bit. Someone might think 60 days, that's a really long time, but that's
we all got a
was
little
normal.
spoiled there the last few years.
Yeah.
It was sometimes 60 minutes and you had contracts.
It was.
Yeah.
That was crazy. I had a house that was listed in the height of the craziness, and it was a medium price house. I want to say, if my memory serves me, right around 275, and there was 27 offers in like 3 days. And so navigating that's extreme multiple offers in my opinion. So you would have to, me and the sellers would go through all the offers, because we present every offer, obviously.
Right.
And it's just crazy times. But now if we have one offer, you're like, that's great, we're good. If it's a qualified offer, one offer is good.
I got you. No, that's good.
So it's changing.
So Jackson County is still relatively hot property.
Yes.
Got you. The whole area, I guess. Barrow County, the surrounding counties.
It's
people are still coming this way.
It's
I
still
think
a
that's my
seller's market,
Right.
but the buyers with some of the homes sitting a little bit longer, they're having a little bit more inventory kind of to look at. They're still having some options where it wasn't like last year where it was gone in 30
Right.
seconds and there wasn't the bidding wars. There still are some on some of the properties. It's property dependent, really.
Right. Are they building? Are we building out this way?
Well, so I'm helping
New
somebody right
construction?
now. Actually, she's closing tomorrow. Brand new first-time home buyer. Oh, I love working with the first-time home buyers.
Sure.
She was able to find a house for under $300,000, which is
Wow.
unheard of. New construction.
That is unheard of. In Jackson County?
No, it's
Okay, it's not in Jackson County.
It's in Hull. So
In
it's
Hull
actually
County?
no, it's in Hull, Georgia. So it is Madison County.
Madison, okay.
Yeah. So she was a student. She's going to be a student at UGA.
Nice.
And so we kind of thought outside the box a little bit because the homes around the university go pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah, they do.
And so to go from Hull, Georgia to UGA is only 20 minutes.
Right.
And she's got a new construction home with warranty,
I was about to say, no upkeep for what, 5, 10 years even?
Well, usually they get the 210 warranty. So
Okay. Is that what it is now?
yeah, obviously there's maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
You want to do maintenance on the home, which I always suggest.
Have the systems checked and all that fun stuff.
But at least if the AC goes out, it's warranted.
It's under warranty. The roof should be good. It's still under warranty.
It's brand new. Yeah, that was smart for her, and I was happy that we could get her in a new construction home. So we're going to be closing on that tomorrow. So
Congratulations.
there are some new construction, available.
Nice. I want to go back to the website real quick.
Okay, yes.
Is there a way for me to sign up more or less if I want to be kept up to date on what's hitting the market?
Well, yes. So usually what happens
Through your website?
When somebody signs up on my website, I'll get a notification that somebody signed up. And what I like to do is call them and see how I can help them personally. And so I like to customize the searches for them. They're welcome to, if they don't want to talk to me, that's fine too. If they want to, they can go in and they can make their own search. But I like to help customize because I can use things that are important to them. Maybe they want a certain square footage, maybe they want certain acreage or a certain area. But if they have school-age children, if a school is important to them, I can't ask those things. But if they specify that something is important to them, like a school, then I can set the search around a certain school, like high school, middle school.
You can fine-tune it that much.
Yes.
That's great.
So it's really helpful to them because if they're looking for a certain middle school, then we can also put all the criteria in and then just the things that they want to see will be emailed to them.
Nice.
And then they can click the little save button. Then I know that they're interested in a property and we can go from there.
Go take a look at it maybe.
Yeah. If they're qualified to buy their home, then when I have a new client that is serious and ready to buy a home, I always do a consultation or a strategy session, whatever you want to call it. But I like to hop on a Zoom or a Google Meet meeting.
I was about to ask you will do a virtual meeting.
That's really, unless they want me to meet in person, I'm always good for that. But a lot of people right now, they've gotten used to.
And they don't have time a lot of times.
Yeah, they were getting used to the.
Well, COVID changed the world.
It did. And so a lot of people are used to these virtual or, these type of meetings, and it's convenient for them. They don't have to travel 30 minutes to meet me.
That's just it, though. The price of gas almost $4 a gallon now, and you figure 30 minutes out. I don't care if you're 3-4 miles away. If you're in a heavily populated area, it's still 30 minutes.
It is.
And so
time is a value.
30 minutes in, 30 minutes out. They're going to meet with you for an hour. They've killed 2 hours. Maybe they can have that Zoom meeting in half as much time and probably get twice as much done.
Right, and it
only makes sense.
It does make sense. So
That's
I
smart
try
that
to
you're doing that. That's
accommodate what works best for them. So
Perfect. I would say you're truly embracing technology.
yes,
You're
it's
changing with the times,
important.
which is so important.
Even though I'm 54,
Well, I'm
I
right
use
behind
the,
you, so that's not a bad number, believe me.
No, the brokerage I work with too, we really believe in, the innovative technology. I have my own website, but we work on staying up to date on everything so that all the information they need is at the tips of their fingers, basically.
Nice.
So.
Nice. Well, hey, that is how business is done these days. I mean, it just is. And we all have those little mini computers in our hands, in our pocket, in your
Attached.
purses. I mean, yeah, they're mini computers. Very seldom do we actually talk on the phone anymore. We use it for everything but.
I do like to talk on the phone still, though.
Oh, do you?
Maybe I'm old-fashioned,
I
but
don't. Digital voicemail, bless it.
I do. A lot of the clients that are younger, they love to text, and I'm happy to text too. The people that are my age, they like to talk on the phone. So it's a combination. Whatever they want, I'll
Just
do.
make it happen.
Yes.
I like that.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Go with the flow.
All right, JoAnn, we'll get out of here in a few minutes. It's been almost 20 minutes. It's very,
Wow, that went fast.
Very impressive. Well, hey, good conversation, right?
Right.
There are thousands of realtors out there. I'm going to give you the last word. Okay. Why do the folks need to check you out and use your services?
There are a lot of reasons, but the number one reason I'll say is that I truly care about the people I work with, and I really want to help them make the process as, painless as possible. I believe in communication and being honest. I always tell the people I work with, if you don't like somebody that's upfront and tells you how it is, then I'm not the person for you. I want people to treat me how I treat them, and I like to know what's going on like all the time. And I really feel that communication is one of my strengths. That they know what's going on, they know what's happening next, and they know what to expect.
Being upfront and knowing what to expect. You can't beat that. I like it.
Thank you.
Give the website again before we get out of here.
So my website is JoAnn, JoAnn, and the last name is spelled KEAHEY.com. You can also find me, the socials are at JoAnn Keahey Realty. And if you, we were talking about earlier, if you go to the Instagram, the link in my bio, you can get a free home estimate, or you can just look at my website. There's links for my website. There's links for all kinds of questions. So reach out to me, call me, text me, email. I would love to help you in your journey, whatever it may be.
You want me to give the phone number out?
Oh, sure.
770-540-7610. Folks, give JoAnn Keahey a call. JoAnn, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
This was fun.
It was, and I appreciate you. I saw you at the Chamber of Commerce, and you came up to me, and we started chatting, and then you invited me on the show. And I really appreciate what you're doing for the community. I appreciate you.
It's my pleasure. Folks, I'm Tom Sheldon. We'll talk to you soon.